It's the old meat wagon coming. Iron tight.
What'd you do this? You took the kids to the pool?
Go swimming every day.
I mean, he brings energy. He never has a bad day.
Even with that helmet, you're still smooth. Tay, they ain't gonna bite you.
He's overcome a ton, and he understands that.
Oh, hey, come on outside.
He is himself.
Break contained, Pat.
He's gonna be the best himself he can be every single day.
So on Falcon, we work all the way back. You cut, you work up to the mic.
He understands not only the offensive side of the ball, but the defensive side of the ball, and he knows and learns as much as he can. And I know one day he's gonna be a head coach in this league.
Don't worry about it. We'll adjust. The great ones do. I grew up in a small community in central Utah. I grew up farming. We had sheep and cattle. When I was 4 years old, that's kind of, when like my life's path was kind of disrupted. We were going out on the mountain to herd sheep, and I hopped in the back of the truck, and we hit a bump, and I ended up falling out of the truck. And they life flighted me to Salt Lake City nearest hospital, so it was like 3.5 hours away. The head injury was bad, but they started to test the nerves in my arm and realized I couldn't feel or move my arm.
His right arm was permanently damaged. Porter Ellett's life changed forever.
Early on, in my teenage years, I kind of went into a shell. That was the first time in my life where I heard the comments, like, that boy has one arm, or, he's a freak. And it really did bother me. It hurt. Really, the only thing that pulled me out of it was the sports.
Ever resourceful, Porter adapted, finding new ways to compete.
So I would catch the ball with the mitt, obviously, and then I would flip the ball up in the air and then flip the mitt off and grab the ball out of the air and then throw it. But when I pitched, I just sat the mitt on the ground in front of me. Then basketball, my hand was too small just to shoot it at first, so I actually used my chin as a guide. So I did that a lot. I did it enough that my chin would chap and then it would crack and bleed. When I was 16 years old, I was in a basketball game, broke my arm and dislocated the elbow. And on the drive to the nearest hospital, I told my mom, can I get it cut off?
Decisions a 16-year-old shouldn't have to make. But for Porter, it was freeing, and he continued to excel at sports.
NBC's Michael Oku met up with a unique basketball player with the heart of a champion.
Number 20, Porter Ellett.
I played basketball the day of my surgery. So they took the arm off, and then I went and I played 3-on-3 behind my house that day.
The moment he steps on the court, it's clear Porter Ellett is no ordinary basketball player.
I was so competitive that I didn't want to feel like I was less than, ever.
But pity him on the floor, and Porter will send a message.
He was an all-state basketball player. He was an all-state baseball player. Ties his own shoes. He does. There's nothing he can't do, and that's the way he approaches it.
When Andy Reid was looking for an assistant in 2017, he found a BYU grad that Reid said showed no weakness. Someone who reminded him of his twin brother Reggie, who lost use of his arm in a motorcycle accident.
I get this call, and it's Coach Reid. And he tells me all about this position that he has opening up. It's his assistant. Basically you shadow him everywhere. You learn what he does. You keep track of his schedule. And he says, you're basically my right-hand man.
Wake up, wake up.
He says, does that sound good to you? I'm like, yeah, it sounds great, Coach, as long as your right-hand man doesn't have a right hand. And he was like, starts laughing on the other side. He goes, well, you can be my left-hand man.
Did you tell the locker room you gotta tell him when the anthem is?
So ever since then, he's called me his left-hand man.
Porter!
New guys come in, and Coach Reid says it's his left-hand man. I think that breaks the ice for everybody, and it kind of shows that he's one of the guys. It's not someone who's here because he doesn't have an arm. It's someone who's here that's part of this great organization, and he keeps making it great.
Man, I can get real skinny. That arm being gone's a real advantage.
Porter brings a sense of humor to the sideline It's how he's made it through life. He arrived the same year as Patrick Mahomes, and the rookie coach helped the rookie quarterback adjust to life in the NFL.
He would help me get the scripts a little bit early. I don't know if Coach Reid wants to know that. He would kind of give me those scripts and get them done and show me the plays and stuff like that. When you're a rookie coming into this offense, I mean, it's hard.
Ball placement's everything on that. It's that tight.
For Porter being able to kind of do that extra work, get it to me early, it helped me out a ton.
Porter, man, how about this, huh? How about this, brother? Oh, you know that.
Porter's journey to the NFL is an unlikely tale, but winning a Super Bowl with Andy Reid, that was something he predicted.
The night before he decided to hire me, I sent him a text. You know, it's kind of like my last pitch to him, basically, because I was nervous. But I was like, hey, coach, if you hire me, I hope you win a Super Bowl. I'm sure he thought, you know, like, you're an idiot. Like, you have no idea what you're getting into or what you're doing. Like, that's the dumbest text ever.
Kansas City has won their first Super Bowl in 50 years. And Andy Reid has finally won a Super Bowl.
I think it didn't really hit me, the magnitude of everything, until I, like, hugged my wife and then hugged my parents. And just like, wow, this is crazy. Like, this journey here has been nuts. It just all kind of hit at once. And then just having my parents tell me, like, how proud they were.
Following the Super Bowl win, Porter was promoted to Offensive Quality Control Coach. Just another big step and another chance to prove himself.
Every day is still a challenge, you know? Like, it's hard to go to McDonald's and have, like, kids tell you you're a freak. Like, that's not easy, you know, or to go out in public and have kids stare at you and point at you. And especially for, I mean, I'm trying to be a dad. I got 2 little kids, and, like, my kids are seeing it, too. That's hard. When people say, like, oh, you faced your challenges, you've overcome them, overcoming's not like, oh, yeah, it's over, it's done with. It's like, nah, man, like, it's still there. I'm still reminded of it every day.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
He's doing stuff to show that there's no limitation if you put your mind to it. I mean, he shows these kids that have different disabilities that you can follow your dreams, you can accomplish your dreams.
I hope that they can look at me and see a possibility. I hope they don't take their own challenges lightly, but that they can see what it's possible to become. You know, they say like 1 in a billion. Somebody's got to be the one, so you might as well be the one.